Hi, I'm Mike Butler.
I'm Mike Field.
And you're watching Now Renting with Forgotten Cinema. Today, we're talking about Promising Young Woman. Mike, what's it about?
Promising Young Woman tells the story of the life of Cassie Thomas and what it appears to be. She's wickedly smart, tantalizingly cunning, and she's living a secret double life by night. Now, an unexpected encounter is about to give Cassie a chance to right the wrongs from the past. Okay, so like we like to do our three things. The three things what we liked about the movie that maybe would help you. Click that button to watch it tonight. Mike, what's your first thing?
Well, the first thing to kind of get us out of that dark funk that was that.
Well, the movie is not. The movie, that's what the movie is about.
That the movie is, while it is about that, it is also a very dark comedy. And that is one of the things I like best about this movie. It's not like, there are some moments that are laugh out loud funny, but for the most part, it is a comedy. It is disturbingly funny in certain ways, obviously, in some of the ways that Carey Mulligan's character is able to get back at some of these terrible human beings. They totally deserve it.
Yeah, but don't you kind of want that to go a little bit like she doesn't go all the way.
No, because then it would be a horror film.
So
where the people deserve to die, but still.
Dark comedy.
That's true.
That happens in dark comedies.
All right.
Yeah. This was actually my third thing, but since you brought up like the style of the movie, I will say that it's a revenge film. And who doesn't love a good revenge film?
Right.
Because you root for the character. You want her to get all these guys back, to get everybody that has wronged her and her friend.
Oh, absolutely.
So I think you are immediately on her side and you're with her lockstep the whole way. I know I'm boiling it down to a revenge film. It's not just that, but that's a part of the movie that I like quite a bit. What's your number two?
Number two would be Carey Mulligan. I think she does a fantastic job in this role, both displaying kind of a comedic, like a really sharp comedic edge and this like sly, carefully planning, clever woman, and also some real emotion for what she feels about her friend that was lost to her. And she's able to deliver both this, like, I don't want to say villainous, but almost this femme fatale type role and this really emotional character all at once. And I think she's great in everything, but I think she does a fantastic turn here in this film.
Well, she drives the movie, and if her performance, this is my number two as well, is her performance. And if her performance is lacking I think the movie's going to fail. I think she's a big part of the movie. Even though there are moments where she's having fun with it, there are other moments where you can see the toll that it takes on her emotionally, where she is just getting by. It's not as easygoing as she makes it seem to be for other people looking in. She's definitely a hurt soul. And for her to be able to go back and forth with that in terms of Mulligan's performance is a big reason why this movie works, amongst other things as well. What's your number three?
My number three would be Bo Burnham.
Ooh, we differ. Go ahead.
Oh, we do? Okay. So Bo Burnham, I think, does a great job in this film as Carey Mulligan's kind of love interest kind of character in this film, the one who pines after her. I know him as like a stand-up comic, and I was really surprised to see him in this. He is kind of like goofy and he's like charming, but it really is a dramatic role in a way. And it's just a serious movie, even dark comedy. And he's not like goofy or like telling us stand-up jokes and stuff like that. I think he does a really good job.
My number three is the use of color in the movie. So within the frame and just also the cinematography, the lighting, like especially everything's very colorful. There's a lot of colors within the frame when she's at her coffee shop, her hair at the end, just everything is just, it's bright. It pops. It makes you take notice.
Yes.
And I think that that it's almost telling the same story that you're watching on screen, that the script is telling you, that the actors are performing. I think the use of lighting within the frame and in the cinematography is also telling you that same story. That's something that I really was struck by in the movie. And I thought, if for somebody who enjoys what goes into making movies, I think that's something that a lot of people might enjoy when they watch this movie. All the other things that we talked about, just the actual production of the film. I'm always going to side with that. But this movie's I don't know if would you say this movie's a tough watch? Because I don't think it's a tough watch. I know some people had a little tough times with it, but
no, I think if this is a subject that triggers you, then it triggers you, and maybe that's something you don't want to stay away from.
That's true.
But I think otherwise, if you're just reading the description going, oh, that sounds depressing, it really is.
No, it's not.
It really isn't the way it's presented. And I think it's definitely worth watching for both the production and the acting.
Yeah.
And it's not a story that's done very often like this. You don't
True.
get a revenge film done this way very often.
It's very well done, and definitely recommend it. You're on our wait right now, so you might as well go check it out. Just click the link below. Mike, where can they find us if they want to know what we think about other movies?
So we're Forgotten Cinema. We're a podcast. We're available wherever podcasts can be found. Check us out and keep on row 8 for all of your movie selections.
So I'm Mike Field.
I'm Mike Butler.
This has been Now Renting with Forgotten Cinema, brought to you by Row 8. Stop pointing.